Three, two, one. All right, guys, we're live. We're live for our 100x Crypto Academy webinar Sunday, and there's nothing going on. So this is the Garfield. Let's just open it up with
Let's just
there's nothing going on, and
let's just break
I
it
mean
down
there's
for you.
little stuff going, but it's not really important stuff, And there's literally
All right. How
nothing
much has
going on.
Bitcoin moved? How much has Bitcoin moved in the last
Not a
week?
lot. It's
Nothing.
nothing. It hasn't moved at all. It's just going like
26K.
26K.
Yeah, after its little plummet over a week ago. Yeah, there's nothing going on.
It's probably jumped up, $10 or $20, $50, $100, but that's it. Gone up and down. That's it.
I did see some more hacks. There was more hacks. I think I can't remember exactly what. I get so used to them, but there was more hacks, more fraud, and I'm like, that's nothing new there. So that was interesting. So
we could have
not much
one hack a week at least, or it's not crypto, is it?
Yeah, I know, right? It's so funny.
Absolutely crazy.
Crazy.
So
we're still
not a lot actually. I've just been my missus is going to start a new business. So I've been helping her get organized, and I've been doing the plants and stuff. So we've got heaps of plants and heaps of lettuce. We're growing a lot of lettuce. We've probably got 100 heads of lettuce coming up.
Holy shit! That's
a lot of lettuce. We got a lot of lettuce. We've got a couple of small bits of kale, and bits and pieces. We've got tons of chili plants. I've got like probably about 10 chili plants. They're all producing chili, so they're only still young, but they're starting to pop out. One thing I'm doing is I'm still going with my diet, and the thing with the diet is because you're eating so much, because just say normally, right, you have your meat and your potatoes or your veggies, like a bit of steak or potatoes or whatever pasta or whatever your carbohydrates are, and then whatever your meat, right? That's traditionally right, normal anyway. That's how I grew up. The thing with those things is when you put it in your mouth and your whole body, your digestive system, it's hard to break it down, right? It's going to break the meat down. It's hard to do that, and potatoes and stuff not as bad. So it fills you up, fills your gut, and then when you go to an all-you-can-eat joint, and they try to fill you up with all the other shit like rice and all the savory stuff, and then by the time you get to the meat, which is like your prime billet, because it's all you can eat, right? You're too full, and you only have a small bit of meat because that's the most expensive thing on the menu. So that's what they do, and they know this. So you have a bit of meat, and you're like, oh, I'm so full. The thing with when you're eating, you're not eating meat, is you're eating a shitload of other stuff, right? And because your body's breaking it down really fast, you've got to constantly eat. Right. So this is what I've discovered. I'm eating. I kid you not, probably every hour on the hour. Now I'm only having small bits and pieces. Like I'll have a piece of fruit, a piece of banana. I'll have porridge in the morning. I'll have. I just created this new salad with this pea soybean extract. It's without meat. All this stuff sounds boring, but it's really good for your body. All right. And the missus, she cooked a pumpkin and eggplant with all these chilies and stuff, Thai chilies, and it's really, really good for you. So eat that rice. Anyway, long story short, blah, blah, blah. All this stuff is really good for your body. And when you eat it, you just go through you really fast. So you're going to have to constantly eating more food because you're hungry. You're not eating any meat. So, I just thought I didn't realize how much food I'm eating.
Yeah, you definitely. I think when you change to healthy, I think you do want to usually eat more. To be honest, I don't know. That's just how it is, I suppose. Because when you fill up, I know when you have carbs or meat, you're right. It makes you full, and it takes a long time to digest it or whatever. And while you're doing that, you're not hungry. So. Yeah.
And just think about all that stuff that's you're putting in your body. I know I've said it before, but um, when you get like when you're young, it's fine, but when you get older, your body's tired. You know, you're wearing your body down, and um, that's got to go through your whole system, and it's just your body's just working harder and harder and harder, and then one day it just kaput. So yeah, you just got to be conscious of that stuff. Like I said, I had a little bit of meat the other day because it was the missus, her daughter went to her birthday party, but a very small bit of meat. But yeah, I'm still eating a lot of veggies, so yeah, feeling healthy. But yeah, you eat a lot of food, so try to mitigate that if you're living in a country where you know I know Australia, the food it costs you a fortune, right? If you're going to go to the Coles, you're going to pick up bananas, strawberries, fucking avocados. All this shit is like you're coming back with not much change after $100, probably a bag of shit if you're lucky after $100. That was unheard of 20 years ago. So you just got to kind of like work out which meals that are good for you, that'll fill you up, and which meals that are cheap that you can eat a lot of bananas, a lot of fucking smoothies and shit. So anyway, food for thought. You got to keep healthy. The crypto stuff. Actually, I haven't asked how your week was.
What's been happening this week? Well, it's still between cold and hot. It's cold at the moment, but it's definitely changed. It's like I don't know. This month was when it went from. I think I said it last week. It's just a switch. So it's like a season change, and so yeah, it's definitely going to warmer. Getting up, Christmas time, we're going to be roasting out here, where you're probably going to be cold in Thailand.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what's been happening. What else? Been talking about bushfires. I think some bushfires are still doing this. The Voice Parliament thing. They're still doing that. I don't know when it's coming up, but I know they spend millions and millions of dollars on it. What else have been doing? Yeah, working on this week of picking up Lorraine and I picking up a caravan, so that'll be a Wednesday. So that's pretty exciting news. We haven't had a caravan for 4, so that'll be pretty cool. Just nothing too crazy, just a little one that we can tow and that we can get away for the weekend and stuff like that. So and maybe even have some holidays, I think. So sometimes you look back and you just end up not taking holidays or not enough, whether you work your own business or whether you work for someone else. You just time goes by and then you think, oh wow, haven't done this anything this year or last year, and in fact it's been a while since we went on holidays, too long to mention. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. So yeah, that'd be pretty cool. So hopefully we'll have some good stories when we go away camping. So that'd be good. So that's coming up, and just been working on some e-commerce stuff as well. Just working on stores. I've done a lot of e-commerce stores previously, so I'm working on one at the moment, and it's just I suppose the nature of it is like you got to go where the money is, where these sales and what and stuff like that. So that's what I've been doing lately, and I'll let you know how that goes. But yeah, just doing that sort of stuff. Just keep the ball rolling because you need funds to put into Bitcoin. If you don't have funds to put in Bitcoin, I mean, there's money from your job and stuff like that, but I always like to have extra, and business is a good way to do that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I did a post the other day, or actually yesterday, and anyway, long story short, my first failed business that I had, and you probably know, I probably told you the story. Well, you probably know what it is, but anyway, so anyway, I had staff, I had employed staff, and it was very stressful, especially because it was a bricks and mortar business. I had big rent, I had a lot of expenses. My monthly expenses would be between 20 and 30,000 a month. That's what my outgoings were. So I was under a lot of stress. Anyway, it was sitting in the office and it wasn't a good day. And then, I was kind of really annoyed. Anyway, so one of my staff walks in and goes, "Oh, says something," and he goes, "Oh, be nice to the people on the way up because you'll meet them on the way down." And he was right, because that many years down the track, that business didn't go right. I had to sack him, and he didn't like it. But that's just the way it goes. So I guess when he said that, he was kind of like he maybe saw the writing on the wall. But what also that I didn't realize at the time is, yeah, that's true. You've got to be, you can't be an asshole to everyone. I was under a lot of stress, and I was like, taking it out on the staff, which was not the right thing to do, but they weren't doing their job, so I was like using that as an excuse. That's not right. But so yeah, long story short, that business failed, and I saw him. Actually, my sister saw him not long ago, like probably about 6 months later, and he was working in a what do you call it, service station. So my sister says hello to him, and he says hello. So no, it wasn't any bad blood really, but the thing was, you advance it, but then you go back down, right? And that's just part of it. It's part of life. It's just like you start something, it doesn't work out, you go, and then you just go back, to a job, or you go back to start another business. That's just part of it. No big deal. It's just learning. It's very stressful, but it's part of the learning. It's part of the game. But also another thing I didn't realize at the time was that when you try to advance yourself, and you don't, or you do, but then things don't work out, and you come back, back to where you were, you're taking a step back, you run into the same people again. And I thought to myself, those people you'll run into them because they haven't gone anywhere. They're still there, right? Whereas you tried to advance yourself, you tried to better yourself, you tried to start a business, and it didn't work out. But those people didn't. They were just there. And anyone that wants to go down this route, it's not an easy route. But the thing is, you're going to have to do some things that are uncomfortable, because everything happens outside your comfort zone. That's just how it is. I don't know why, but it just is. So those people, they're not that they're bad people. It's just that they are there, and they will always be there because they don't want to get out of their comfort zone. And when you come back, you meet them on the way down. He's right. You meet them on the way down. Hopefully it's amicable and it's not bad. But that's the thing. When I came back down to that level, it's not different levels. I'm talking about when I came back down to that, and I saw those people
being employed.
That was still there. Yeah. That was still. They hadn't advanced. It's not. It's just that's just how it is. And I was like, I'm scratching my head now. I think about it. I'm like, it's not that they're bad people. It's just that's just how it is. So, yeah. There's two sides of that coin. It just depends on how you think about it. So.
Yeah, there's some people that stay in their jobs for 5, 10, 15, 20 years and don't really progress within the jobs, to just stay at the same job.
Yeah, I mean, there's
and
nothing
they just
wrong
pay their
with
bills.
That.
No, but obviously that's their choice. But
that's their choice. And that's the thing.
But while they're doing that, they miss out on other opportunities, I suppose.
They do, and it's just it's nothing to do with you. It's just that's just how it is. It's just part of life, and just knowing it, and it's just like try to treat everyone, the same, with the same amount of respect. That's the main thing, I guess. But you can't help people that don't want to be helped. They just want to stay there, and that's just how it is. But I just thought it was really interesting.
Yeah, there's plenty of people that just are happy doing their job, and they're just comfortable with it, and that's okay. And there's other people that are not happy doing their job, and they start a business and see how it goes, and whether it pans out or not, that's a different story. But yeah, it is interesting. So anyway, that's what's been happening this week.
Yeah, I mean, And that's the thing. What we're doing here with crypto, like we're just using crypto as a vehicle to better get some more financially, be in that situation where it is a bit of a long term thing because a lot of the stuff that we're seeing is um, it's all bright and shiny and it suckers you in, and we're guilty. I'm guilty of that. So a lot of this stuff like NFTs, a lot of this stuff like metaverse, play to earn, move to earn, all that sort of stuff, and play to earn, not so much for crypto because it's all kind of like Ponzi like tokenomics. So that's why when you said before, Garth, about doing other things that you're good at, that may not necessarily be in crypto, right? To start a new business, but then to then put some of that profit back into crypto and divide. You might want to put in other stuff as well, obviously. But the thing that I would say is, to be honest, I don't really see anything really long term or sustainable in the terms of getting money and investing in the crypto. I just don't like. The only thing that I would probably do would be mining, because it's like a guaranteed thing, but it's just like long term, right? And even then, you just look at the price appreciation of the coin. So you're better off just buying the coin and holding it. You don't have to invest in any. You have to spend thousands of dollars in mining machines. So, how many things have we done in the last 2 years, 3 years that
6 years,
6
years.
that have just come and gone? Literally everything in crypto has just come and gone.
Yeah, and I don't know. There's only really two things that come to mind, which I do talk about, like that remain. It's the actual trading, the actual swapping / exchanging, right? That functionality makes money because they take a fee. And if you want to swap from one to the other, it's either for a particular reason or you want to get in to do something. So that's a service. It's no different to when you want to send money overseas and you pay exorbitant rates. Same with when you use your credit card overseas, and they charge you exorbitant rates on the exchanges and stuff like that. So that is a legitimate thing, exchanges. And also the actual blockchains, level 1 blockchains, whereby they have their miner fee or transaction fee built into the platform. They're two things that I see. And maybe the third one is the other service. There's ones where they offer like space on hard disk space, for example, and you can pay for that, and they use the blockchain to do it. I can't think of it. There's a few different ones that fall in that category.
Yeah, I know what
But
you mean.
to me, they're like legitimate. There's like 3 legitimate sort of products there, because they're real things and they do something. But a lot of the other stuff just hasn't panned out.
Yeah, I mean, even with mining, I mean that's a long-term game as well. If you can, buy some hardware and then keep on mining Litecoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum Classic, whatever you're mining, right? You're still going to have to buy the hardware and then buy the pay for electricity, unless you get cheap electricity or you can run it on solar. But even then, that's a high cost. So, and that's really out of reach for a lot of small, for the little guy anyway. So, what else do you turn to? I mean, I definitely would not put anything into staking any type of crypto in any type of protocol, period. Right.
The whole DeFi is such a massive risk. And yet we were, in it all every day. But the risk is just too great. I think that's the biggest problem with it. If you want, get more gains than what you get in the real world, you have to risk more. And that's what we see in hacks and all the stuff that goes on.
Yeah. Now, I know I told you about this before, Garth, but I might as well share it with the guys here. When we were doing a lot of these protocols, like we were doing a lot of these staking stuff, it was all high risk, high reward.
Yeah.
And I showed you this video, but I want to show you this guy here with you guys. This guy here, and this is all public anyway, so you can actually go and have a look at the video.
Yeah, remember him.
what he was doing, right, he's called his YouTube channel was worth checking out because he's pretty knowledgeable on the DeFi stuff. Like he's not stupid.
Yeah,
Um,
he was pretty
he
good.
just got greedy. But the DeFi protocol stuff, he's really clued up on it. And his YouTube channel is called Drake on Digital. So what this guy did was he basically made a video and he said that he lost $1 million in DeFi. And then he goes through this video, it's 20 minutes long, and then he talks about each individual one, right? And he made a ton of money also because I remember was watching his videos and he like that. Remember that piggy bank one? He made like 300,000 on it. You know that piggy one? You know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one he made 300,000. You know, what's that one with Drip? He made multiple 100,000, and even Elephant. Was it Elephant? Or yeah, he was making like 100K. He made like 100K in Elephant. So he made big money in these DeFi protocol kind of things, Ponzi type of things. But he also got into Drip real early and smashed that. He also smashed Piggy. So he made massive gains, but he also and he talks through this video and he's like, yeah, I got greedy. He was up like 200, 300,000 on one deal, and he's like, and wrote it right down. And I was like, dude. And then there's a couple of ones that he actually did take profit. But he lost $1 million. And I just thought to myself, he was one of those guys that always went big. So when he won big, he make a video about it, and it was like, wow, this is crazy. And then when it went, when he lost big, and you can see $1 million. Another one was, I think he was talking about Titan. He's done so many anyway. But it just goes to show you the point we're just talking about, that these DeFi stuff is really risky, and if you go big in it, you can win big, and when you don't win big, you lose big, and that's exactly what this guy done. So he's still going in DeFi. I'd recommend you check out his channel. It's called Drake on Digital, and I think he's a better investor now because he's like will take profits once he's up like 20x. He's up 20x on this one deal, 300,000 something profit, and he's like, no, got greedy. He even tells you, oh yeah, I got greedy on this one. So, it just goes to show you that the actual investing in the crypto, in my opinion, it's just way too risky. It's just way too risky unless you're just going to buy it and hold it, and that's the safest strategy. But if you're going to start going into these DeFi protocols and trying to get your 10% a year, and you're risking, who knows how much money to do it, it makes no sense to me because there's so many hacks. And I think it's just a losing game. So that's why I think if you're going to make your money, only risk a small amount if you're going to still go in these high risk type of new shit coins and projects. But make your money outside of crypto and then invest it into Bitcoin or the layer ones. Obviously fiat, and buy your Bitcoin. That is the safest thing I would do, in my opinion. Don't try to, unless you want to trade. But then again, how many people lose in trading? So, speaking of trading, I'll show you my results for the KuCoin.
Yeah, how are you going with that bot trading?
Not much has happened since I last showed you guys. So I'm still down. Well, that's 400, so I'm down $44 profit there. And that was largely through Litecoin and the Bitcoin dump. So yeah, I'm down basically $21 on the Litecoin USDT pair. The BNB pair, I'm down $6.37. Dogecoin, I'm down $9.28. So that's the next biggest one. And then BTC USDT, I'm down $7. So all up, I'm down $44 on my portfolio there. So I'll just continue to hold. I'll keep on continuing to just let this run, because hopefully when Bitcoin it goes back up to 30K, then this might look a little bit better, and I might be able to pick back $10 or $20 there. But to be honest, would I recommend this to anyone? No, I would not. Would I go down the bot Ali, a bot, crypto trading bot. I mean, I'm talking about the legit ones here, right? I'm talking about the legit ones that are out there. You just Google crypto trading bots, and there's the ones that have been around for many, many years. Those services. Would I recommend it? Probably not, because by the time you pay your subscription fee, again, they're in the service business, so they're selling you subscriptions for maybe 20 or 30 or $50, depending on the level that you get in, $100 even. And they get a couple of thousand people using that bot. They don't care about the winning trades or anything, because they're making money on the subscription, and they're in the right business. They're selling shovels. So I wouldn't recommend it personally, unless someone's had some luck with trading crypto bots. Let us know. We'll look into it. But
that's not a Ponzi scam, because a lot of people, I've noticed a lot of people don't actually understand what a scam is and what a Ponzi is. I won't go into it tonight, but it just fascinates me. And it's kind of like it's like when you receive all the scam emails and the phishing links and stuff like that, right? All those things, they exist because people fall prey to them all the time. So, personally, I'm pretty good with that sort of stuff, but there is a lot of people out there that are not very good at working out what is a scam and what's not. And they make a mistake and it just costs them a lot of money. This happens all the time. So, and especially in crypto, because in crypto, it's like, go to the wrong website, click the wrong link, there's all your crypto gone. So you got to be super, super careful. So it's an interesting thing, because you know how you use the bank. It's like this dilemma. Like you put your money in the bank, right? It's decreasing all the time because it's being inflated. Someone else is in control of the money and they're really making money off you, and you're really not benefiting at all, right? But it's just the way our society is, that the money's in the bank. You don't get really paid cash anymore. And then on the flip side, when you take control of your financial assets, like say in crypto, it's such a massive responsibility to not lose your seed phrase, and not lose your keys, and not misplace this, not send it to the wrong transaction, not screw up this here. And there's a lot to it, and I suppose that makes it difficult for adoption. I suppose that's the main reason that normal people don't do it. So it's either you give someone else the control and they're in control and screw you over, or you're in control yourself and you got to handle those consequences. And some people don't handle them very well.
Yeah, well, it could just be like in China, where the control is not your control; it's the government controls it, and it all depends on your social score. So if your social score is bad, you're locked out of buying venues, you go and buying shopping centers. So it's we haven't got to that point yet, and hopefully it'll never get to that point here in the West. I don't think it will, because we value freedom and privacy, but you never know. That people could be trying to do this sort of stuff against us, but it's happening now in China that if you got a bad social score, they can start to basically control you, and they can basically say, oh, if you do this, we'll give you a better social score. So, but then people start doing this because then they want to get a better social score, so then they can go and attend all these things that normal people do. And now they're naming and shaming people. If you got a bad social score, they'll name and shame you in public. So just think about the extent that it's got to China. It is in China already. It's really, really alarming. It's really, really alarming. And that's the one thing that China doesn't have. Normal people don't have their freedom. So,
hey, fun fact: Australia has been rolling out. You know how the whole digital identity thing was a big thing during COVID. Well, it just so happens that nearly every state has got digital licenses. So you know how you got your license you need for driver's license, which is your ID, your government ID. Well, now it's become basically slowly becoming digital. I found out, and it's in the other states already. I think there's Victoria, South Australia, New South Wales, Queensland, all those states have got digital licenses. So it's the only thing is it's not mandatory yet. It's optional, and you have the digital license on your phone. And it blows my mind, right? Because during COVID, all that all that data that they had with the COVID check-in points. Actually, I don't know if you remember because you're in Thailand, but here you had to go into venues, well, not venues, to go anywhere. You had to do a COVID check-in with your app. It was it was wild times, and it was almost mandatory. You couldn't really go into any place without an app. It was pretty bad, right? Some people couldn't even get food without having an app. It was kind of like China, and all that data, right, had to get stored, and it originally got stored by those companies that you checked in, and then later it was stored in the servers on the apps. But afterwards, there was so many breaches of that data they had the advantage because they had all this ID data from all these people coming in. So they used that and exploited it. So there was heaps of companies that did the wrong thing during this whole exercise. And the funny thing is now they're entrusting your digital license to sit on your iPhone. You know what I mean? Like on your phone.
That's crazy.
Like, where's your ID? I've lost my phone. You know what I mean? Like, it's like a recipe for disaster. That's how I can put it. I imagine it's like what China's like, I suppose. And at the moment, it's not a real issue because it's optional and it's like convenient because you can have your digital license on your phone and use it to your advantage, blah, blah, blah. Just like we have a lot of things on our phones. Even like, we have credit cards using Apple Pay and Google Pay on our phones and stuff like that. But once you put the ID on there, then it becomes more complicated because you can't do a lot of things without your ID. And there's so much identity theft. It is crazy. Like over in Australia, like there's been so many identity theft in a big scale, like, Latitude Financial, one of the banks. There was just literally every few months there's a massive dump of, they try and they steal the data, millions and millions, probably 10 million people. They take their like name, date of birth, financial information, anything, and you only need a bit of that data, and then you can use it to create fake IDs and all sorts of stuff. So this is crazy stuff that happens, and I don't know. It's one of those things where hopefully, nothing bad will happen, but the truth is probably will.
Yeah, well, it's just like crypto. It's just like you put your money on the exchange, and you're hoping that the protocol is audited, and it's not going to be a hack. There's always a hack.
That's right. Yeah.
I think it's going to be I think it's a big issue with the identity stuff, especially if they start to use that against you. Before it's voluntary,
Yeah.
and then they'll probably say to do something to make it that, and they always use that.
There'll be a disaster. There'll be something important.
Something,
Yeah.
yeah. And if you don't, you have to do it.
to
Yeah, that's what they do. That always happens. So that's the issue.
crazy.
Once they start to use that data against you, to not let you do things, that's when there's going to be a problem. And I see people just not having a bar at in Australia. I mean, they don't have a bar at it in America, but they're trying to do the same shit in America. So it's going to be a problem.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see if the crypto addresses any of those real world problems. I mean, there is that project where you look into the orb, it does a retina scan, and that's to do with crypto. But the problem with that one is I think they even had a data breach just recently. That project, it was like millions of people have already got their retina scanned. But that's,
you mean they'll give away coins.
Guy, one coin. The one, yeah.
What's it called?
One coin.
Global
One
coin?
World. No, I think it's one coin or something like that.
No, it was called Global Coin.
Was it Global?
Yeah, one coin was that big scam.
Global Coin.
Yeah, it's called Global Coin. Global. coin. And what you had to do is you give your retina scan, and they give you the free coins.
Okay, I'm just seeing if it was global. Yeah, it must have. Maybe it is global coin, but I'll have to find it. I thought it was like One World or something like that. I don't know, or Global World. Let me find crypto.
There was 2 million people already signed up for it.
Yeah, I scan.
I think it was Global Coin.
It's called WorldCoin.
Oh, WorldCoin.
Yeah, WorldCoin, where it involves eye retina scanning as part of the ID.
That's it.
By Sam Altman, the co-founder of OpenAI, into a device called the Orb, which is an eyeball scanner that scans the retina to generate a unique identifier. And it creates, basically it means that you've created your own unique thing. So they did have scrutiny between privacy and ethics about scanning people's eyeballs. Yeah. So that was interesting. It's pretty cool. I got some. You have to Google it and have a look at some of the. It's like a real spacey. Looks like an eyeball actually, like a chrome eyeball that you look into. It's really futuristic kind of thing. So
that can be a problem because you're essentially giving your. Well, they're saying that it's. I heard that it wasn't. I heard that it was centralized. That's what I heard. So
okay.
It's not decentralized.
It's been what is it here? Suspended in Kenya. They've actually stopped doing it in Kenya because the government said privacy and safety. Oh my God.
They all signed up for it because they were giving away the coins. So it was like
why not?
I can't remember how much they were giving away. I think it was like 25 USD or something.
This is interesting. OneCoin only operates in Hong Kong, Tokyo, Singapore, Seoul, Paris, Lisbon, Mexico City, Sao Paulo, and Nairobi. There you go. Nairobi.
What, WorldCoin?
Yeah, that's it, where it operates, as in the countries it's operating in.
Yeah, I really don't see this being a big thing. I mean, there's only 2 million people, and how many of those people are actually active? No, they just get their coins. They probably just get like 1,000 villagers all sign up to this thing, and they just give them like a bag of rice, and they'll get like 25 USD.
You know what they could do with it? They could take all their data and like scan it to see if they've got any eye conditions, and use it for good.
Oh, come on.
Like Fred Hallows, he did help people who had eye problems, and his foundation. So yeah, maybe they could do something like that.
These people are capitalists. They're greedy.
Yeah, that's right. They're not going to do that.
They're greedy. So once it gets to a point where it's all about the money,
they'll be going, "Oh, hey, they got nice eyes. Maybe we can like buy them." Like organ transplants or something. Who knows?
You got Netflix? You just don't.
No. All right. Tell me some crazy Netflix movie about something. What is it?
Oh man, you got to see this. Okay, so there's I don't know if you've got it in Australia, but they've got this. They've got this one in Thailand. I reckon it's probably in Australia. Anyway, I can't remember the name, but this is how it works. Right. What you do is it's a funny name, but anyway, what it's about is time. Is about what you do is there's a couple, and they want to get pregnant and have a kid. And they've got this unit, but they've created this. It's actually a really good movie. They've created this device that you can trade so much of your years away, and then just say I'm 80 years old and you're 20 years old. Well, I can take your 40 years. I can take 40 years. So you'll be 60 and I'll be 90. I'll be 50. It reverses the aging. Yeah, because this is yeah,
I do sort of remember this movie. I don't think I saw it, but yeah,
yeah.
it does sound
So
familiar.
it's actually a pretty good movie. Anyway, so what happens is they're coming home from thing, and then the unit goes on fire, and it burns down. And then the guy's like, "Oh shit, our units we can rebuild." And then she's like, "Nah, I put my collateral down as
Oh,
the
the movie's called In Time.
Is it?
Yeah,
It's a good movie, man. Check it out.
where it says in the future where time is used as a currency.
That's it. Yes, that's it.
Yeah,
In
I love
time.
just so you know, like instead of you thinking that I'm such a amazing person, I know all this stuff. I just use Perplexity, perplexity.ai. It's like a supercharged Google, and it's free. So I use that. You can check that out. I literally typed in what movie theme is about people trading time, and it gave me the answer. It's super amazing.
Oh, okay. No, that's probably the original movie, but it's not the Netflix one. Netflix one
Is there another
is
one? This
different.
one's got Justin Timberlake in it.
Yeah, no. This is not Justin Timberlake. This is someone else.
But
But it's
another
the
one.
same,
Like
basically the same.
same
Yeah,
idea.
yeah. Same
All right.
idea.
Other movies with similar theme to In Time. That
Yeah.
would be. Oh yeah, in
Go
recent
Netflix.
Okay. Yeah, there's Logan's Run, which I remember that one. Gattaca. Wow, that was like wild. That was about genetic engineering and valids, natural born and people that weren't. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Don't remember that one. That was Erasing Memories. Adjustment Bureau. Didn't see that one. 2011. About Time in 2013. Romantic comedy. No. Yeah, that's. I don't know. I don't know what that one is. We'll have to find out. But that's interesting.
It's a really good video,
what
actually, to be honest.
what a cool concept. What a cool concept.
Yeah. Anyway, that's basically what they're doing. They're using currency as time as the currency, and it's got a weird ending though. It's got a weird ending. So if you've got a Netflix, go definitely. I would go and watch it. So yeah, it's kind of it's a bit funny. Makes you think though. Yeah. So a couple of things we talked about. Obviously, not a lot of stuff not related to crypto, but yeah, I'm just being honest with you. Like, I would not invest into anything in crypto if you're trying to make money with crypto. Don't do it. It's too risky. Just the best way to do it is to buy your layer ones and hold it. Don't try to mess with the stuff in crypto with staking and DeFi protocols, and you're playing with fire. And NFTs are down 20% or 30%. I just saw a thing on one of the news articles. Everything in crypto is down. So if you're still holding money in crypto with those NFT projects, move to earn, all that bullshit, that stuff was good then, but now it's gone. It's the real value of the real value of the project is always comes to life once times when the times are tough, and they're worth shit. Like, but they're a fucking JPEG. It's a monkey. What is it now? It's down 30%. The only idiots that buy it are the ones that bought it for $100 grand each. Now it's worth what? They've lost 30 grand. Like, this stuff is, you've got to be smarter, guys. You've got to be smarter with the, and not fall for this shit. So yeah, just buy your Bitcoin, man. That's all you got to do. It's down at the moment, but it's been around for 13 years. Okay, it's how long is NFT? How long is Bored Ape Yacht Club? How long is that? What is it? Cyberpunk's been around a couple of years, 1 year, 2 years, not even that. It's going to be around in 10 years' time. I doubt it. So, yeah, I don't know. It's just, yeah. You've got to see through this stuff, guys. I don't know. What else? Did you want to add anything else?
Not much else. I mean, there's still. I'm having a look at the DeFi Llama. I'll quickly. Always like to bring DeFi Llama up. We'll have a quick look at that and then maybe wrap up. Let me just share my screen.
Toncoin's still going up. Wow, it's up. It just keeps on going up.
So I think I talked about BitGo, which raised 100 million. Since then, we've seen all these other ones: 6 million, 2 million, 25 million for Jada AI, artificial intelligence blockchain. Interesting. 3.3 million, 3 million, 5 million. So there's some of the things that these are, real capital going into is just a protocol,
Drip?
a blockchain
What?
explorer. No, it's
Drip?
not normal Drip. It's a different one. It says
Okay.
collectible content on web social platform.
Oh, okay.
Another one's
Thank
like
God for
order
that.
books is for Dexes. Yeah. First open source virtual machine, debt marketplace. So these are like, see, all these have things in common. These marketplaces, they trade, they make money. Finance, tokenize and sell yields, exchange. See, they're getting the money because they know things are traded on them. And I'm not sure about this one Jada AI. It's I'm not sure about that, but actual projects that do something, yeah, the money is going into those. Obviously, not as much as it was before, but it's still there. So that was interesting. So there always is new stuff coming in, but you can see where the money goes, and it's in actual things that have been known to make money in the past. Now, if you go to like fees and revenue, you can see like Ethereum, Lido, Tron. Tron is like makes money. The whole Tron platform made $864,000 in fees, and it's number 3, followed by Uniswap. Bitcoin is at position 5. PancakeSwap, at 6. Why? Because it has Binance Smart Chain plus a lot, Ethereum, all these other chains. People use it to swap, MakerDAO, OpenSea, which is interesting. Their revenue, their fees are quite down. NFT Marketplace. Binance Smart Chain is like 9th on the list. Now, a new one here is Friendtech. I've heard about this one. Do you know much about Friendtech?
No.
This one, I don't think it'll take off because it's a social thing. It's like an app, marketplace for your friends. I think it's something to do with. Let me go to the Twitter and see what it says. Something to do with how much you're worth. Your network is your net worth in beta. So yeah, I don't think it'll go too far because there's
How much are they
I've never
invested
seen
in that? How much money they get? Do you know?
It's how much they're not really. It's not like they didn't raise money. It's actually the fees that they're generating. So they're just behind Binance Smart Chain. So they provide a service, and they've made $215,000 in fees in the last 24 hours. So they.
Oh, okay.
So,
They've integrated with OnlyFans. That's probably why.
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
Okay.
if you guys know what OnlyFans is like, like that's how chicks are making money, right? They just do like a post and stuff, and then they do revealing shit, and then you subscribe to the OnlyFans, right? It's a big thing. People are making millions of dollars from it, or tens of thousands of dollars if you're a celebrity or a person. So yeah, it looks like the new photo feature on Friendtech comes amid the uptick of. It's got something to do with
Activity
OnlyFans.
feed shares what you're holding, trending list of the most trades. So it's kind of like I don't know. It's your friends and how much you're worth, perhaps. Feed for shares you're holding. Interesting.
Like a social credit score, but for social media.
Yeah, I don't know. Haven't
Oh
really
my
seen
God.
anything. Financial, social experiences, blah blah blah. Yeah, don't know. Like, I mean, when you look at the whole profile and you can't really work out what it's about, I don't know if it has a future, but but there you go. It's making money for the time being. It might drop off the base of the earth. But yeah, you can see how these protocols, these services, they make money. This is how they generate money. So if you're ever not sure, come along with these projects. But you got to remember that it's the people that have created these technologies and these platforms and these exchanges that are making money, not necessarily you, because they're taking the money from you. So just remember that when you look at some of these projects. But in terms of if they've got adoption and they're being used and people are making money, then they're likely to sustain if they're in the long term. That's why Bitcoin's in the position it is. So yeah, that's all I want to share.
I've got a little quiz for you, okay? Guess what the answer is? Donald Trump is the first president to
I know.
what?
Get his mugshot taken.
Yes, it is. So there you go. First president to ever get his mugshot. For you guys that are into politics.
I love it. Just all I hear every day on the radio, right? This is how I know it's crazy. The radio is like I have it and it just plays and you hear it and they put the news on and they always talk about Trump. Everything's negative about Trump. And they were saying how he's got his mug shot. He's been the first president that had that. And he's literally been convicted of this. Every time they talk about him, he's being convicted of something and going to jail for something. And then the last part, they go, "Oh, yeah, he's still running for president." It's fascinating.
Yeah, what I like, whether you like Trump or not, whether you're in the whole political thing or not, right? What I just found fascinating is that they can stop him from running. It's supposed to be democratic. The election is supposed to be democratic. How can they stop This is just like Russia, right? Well, what Putin does is he just goes and kills them, right? He just eliminates his opposition. Here in America, they just like try to put him through litigation, so then they lock him up in jail, so then they can't run again.
Yeah, that's right.
It just makes you.
It's wild. Yeah. They do not want him to get anywhere. It's crazy. Hey, it just reminded me of something. You know how Putin kills off people, right? Do you remember not too long ago he had that merchant fighter. He had like an army fighter group. I can't think of their name, but they decided they turned they basically were marching on back into Russia, and because they didn't get paid, the Wagner Group. Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's true because I haven't confirmed this yet. But they went to another country to seek being to get out of sort of Ukraine and the war kind of thing, and regroup because they weren't getting paid or whatever. And one of the countries said, we'll look after you and that, that sort of thing. But what happened was I heard the other day that that guy was killed.
Yeah, he was.
In a plane crash. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just go, well, that was convenient.
Oh, everyone knows it was Putin. Everyone, even the Russians knows Putin.
Yeah. I just, it blows my mind. It's like, yeah, we haven't paid you, and then you kick up a stink, and then we kill you off. It's like, wow. It just blows my mind.
He does that with all his. He does that with all. But see, this is the biggest mistake he did, right? When this Prigozhin, when he was on the way to Moscow, what happened was the Moscow, they had all their tanks and all their forces and all their army in Ukraine fighting the Ukrainians. They had that small amount of military, but it was, don't forget, there was like 40,000 troops, Wagner, with armed to the teeth with tanks and everything coming to Moscow. They had no one. Like he could have just walked into Moscow, probably some little skirmishes, but they could have taken Moscow, right? But he was talked out of it at the last minute. and that was his demise because he could have walked Russian, and Putin, he got on a flight and got the F out of there into his secret bunker. So that just goes to show you he was basically the writing was on the wall, but they convinced him to not go to Moscow, and then that was his biggest mistake. Putin doesn't forget, and now he's going to he eliminated him. He shot him down. So, we could have seen like major things happen in Russia. Probably the war could have stopped, but then again, who knows? He could have been even worse. But yeah, it's pretty bad all around. If you want to call it, just very quickly, not much else on the mining front. I mean, this thing was making $3,000 a day, $2,000 a day. But then again, what Bitmain's like. Once this is obviously dropped because all these KS3 people that went and bought these things, they all got their machines, right? Everyone got their machines, so now the difficulty's gone up, and this is what algorithm? Yeah, this is Casper. So now the rewards are down. They're down to $300 a day. Before that was 2,000, just under 3,000 a day, to now 10x less. So that just goes to show you that at the end of the day, Bitmain's selling thousands of these machines off, and they don't care because they're making money on the machines. And then everyone gets the machines, difficulty goes up, profitability is down, and all of a sudden it was 30 days for your ROI. Now you're looking at 100 days. Now that's still pretty good, but this is going to continue to go down. So
they're selling shovels, basically.
They've always done this. Bitmain are notorious. But again, if you want to get into something like a Litecoin miner, I mean, they're not selling many of these, but they're still selling them. But these things they're making $5 a day, $4.50 a day, and the ROI is $483. I don't know. You're spending $2,100. 2,200 to make $4, $5 a day. I don't know. That's the thing that you've got to weigh up. Yeah. Other than that, mate, I know we haven't shared a lot about crypto because there's not really a lot to talk about. It's just the same old, pretty much, has been happening. So yeah, again, I encourage you guys, if you're going to invest in crypto, I would not actually invest into crypto. I would actually start some sort of business or some sort of side hustle, or even just if you have to get another job, just to bring some extra money in. A really good thing at the moment that's doing well, a lot of people are doing, is selling on Facebook. So Facebook Marketplace, you can sell a lot of stuff on that. And also a lot of people are doing Facebook Lives. My missus kept on buying all this sort of shit. And I'm like, where are you getting all these handbags from? So she was buying all these handbags from this lady that was selling them on Facebook Live. So Facebook Live is good for selling stuff. So you can buy that stuff off AliExpress or whatever. Pick something that you like. And that's what she did. And also TikTok. So you don't really need to create any stores with them. You can just do it live, and people, obviously, they need to trust you. They can send you a message and say, yeah, I want that bag. I want that, whatever it is you're selling. They send you the money in the bank, and then obviously you would sell them the item. That's one way of making money. It's just retail arbitrage, just buying something cheaper somewhere else in China or wherever you're sourcing it from. Could be sourcing it locally, and then going on Facebook Marketplace or Facebook Live. Live is really what sells it because you got that trust thing. It's like YouTube videos, right? People trust you because you're doing a YouTube video. Well, it's like with Facebook Live or TikTok, right? If you're going to scam people, you're not going to get on camera, right?
No.
No idiot will do that. Like you're there to do it live because you want to build a relationship with your audience, and that's why lives and video is so important. It works because of the trust factor. They can see your face. If you're going to get scammed, hey, they know exactly who you are, and they're going to send the cops your way. So that's why Facebook Lives are great, and YouTube. So that's how you can make money, guys. Just do that. A lot of people are making money like that in America. in Australia and Asia. They're doing all live stuff. But and go get that money, get that extra coin, and then diverse your investments and put it into other stuff. And then one of the things you can put into, which is long term, is crypto. And we recommend. Well, what we do is, we buy the layer ones, primarily Bitcoin. That's it.
Yep.
There's nothing else to learn.
That's it.
Yeah, it's pretty much what Will just told you, the secret formula. And we're just going to
It's only taken
this every
6
week
years to do that.
until you're bored to the shitless. But that's basically it. There's nothing to it. There's not
Yeah,
much to it.
that's right. Cool. Well, maybe next week there'll be something that actually happens in crypto that we can talk about, and we'll jump on. Because if something does happen, we'll be onto it.
Yeah, hopefully the price of Bitcoin go back up to, I'd like to see it go back to 28. That would be good. But it's not there now, so it's time to buy. So anyway, guys, have no questions. So we're going to have a quick early one. Guys, have a good week. And I know we kind of haven't really talked a lot about crypto, but we're still here. We appreciate you watching this. And obviously, you've got questions. You can come and always, interrupt us as we're blabbing along. So then you can give us questions and we can answer them for you. All right, mate, have a good week. And we'll be back next week to do it all again. Fun and games.
All right. See you guys. Bye.
Bye, guys. Catch you later. Happy days. And we'll see you then.